happy, wonderful, winning Wednesday, or you amazing, phenomenal, magical, infinite beings. Welcome to my channel, A Keeper Conscious Coaching, with me, your host, Marie-Claire Hayes. And today I just wanted to pop in and just to acknowledge all you incredible beings and to remind you that being you always wins. And it was something that I actually picked up from Dr. Dane here and Shannon O'Hara when they were busy doing an International Being You Day. So for those of you who don't know, Access Consciousness and the tools of Access Consciousness is a big part of my coaching practice, facilitating those tools and just getting people to unpack all these lies and limitations that we have sort of brought in and held for a very long time, and giving yourself permission to actually be you. Because we know this world sometimes does everything to make us not be ourselves. And when you're not living in truth and in authenticity and in the flow of what you should be doing and how you should be radiating your light out into the universe, things are not going to be flowing in your life. So if something is not flowing and not working out for you, please can you acknowledge that maybe you are just not being authentic? You're not stepping into your true self and allowing yourself to be everything that you can be, to drop the lies, to drop the limitations, to drop anything and everything that is actually hindering you from tapping into your potencies and everything that is within you to truly create the life that you know is possible. Despite what this reality tells us, there is so much that is available to us right now. There is so much that is being exposed, the truth that is being exposed. Some people are going to choose to see it and to acknowledge it, and other people are still going to choose to be like, no, even though this is being made that this is true, they're not going to be able to actually receive that information. So this is a shout out to every single person who is intuitive, who is following their passions, or maybe isn't stepping into that energy just yet. Trust yourself, honor your knowing, and know that if you don't trust your intuition, that's when things are going to go pear-shaped. So if you're in a place where things are pear-shaped and things are falling apart, what would it take for you to actually acknowledge you? What would it take for you to acknowledge your truth? And what would it take for you to step into that truth and to step into that authenticity? And it's actually far easier than you can possibly ever imagine, because only you has to give yourself permission to be the most amazing person you truly be. Focus on your strengths. Focus on your passions. Don't worry about how is this going to be created. Just start doing the baby steps necessary for you to start following your knowing, to do the things that fill you with passion and with joy, because all of life truly does come to us with ease, joy, and glory. And if you can affirm that as often as you possibly can, all of life, the highs and the lows, because we know this is a beautiful roller coaster. We know that even the ocean, the ocean comes in and the ocean goes out, the tides. There is always this beautiful flow where things are happening, and there are things, a time where things aren't happening. And now we're in Mercury retrograde, so it's a perfect time to pause, to reflect, not to chase anything, not to push anything, but actually just to step back and actually reflect, readjust, refocus, do all of the things that is being asked of us from Mercury retrograde before we then launch into projects and new beginnings and things like that. So when you're doing those baby steps, you aren't pushing anything to happen. You're going with the flow and you are following the stuff that you would like to, something you would like to create. Baby steps. A lot of the times people don't start. And I know it's something that when I started changing things in my practice, I didn't know how to do it because it was a big shift and change I wanted to bring in. Yet I started doing the baby steps, so changing one little thing at a time so that I knew I was starting. I wasn't waiting going, I will only start that when this happens or when this happens, because we do that in life. We don't action something until something big happens on the outside. But what if you are that something big and every little step that you take actually actions some things? How does it get better than that? And what else is infinitely possible? So back to today's purpose of this video is just to give a big shout out to all of you who are doing an incredible, amazing job, and just to remind you to be you. Being you always wins. When things are flowing, you are being your truth and authenticity. When things aren't flowing, just know that somewhere along the line you've stepped into a limitation and you bought a lie, and you can easily just step out of that by going, this is not my stuff. I'm living someone else's truth. I'm living someone else's life. What is it that I would like to do? What is it that I would like to be? And then just keep following that. The game of life is a puzzle. When we have this one acknowledgement in this one piece of a puzzle, the next one shows up. It is a beautiful game. So please don't be hard on yourself if you're wanting everything to show up at the same time. Enjoy the journey. It is a beautiful journey of one puzzle piece at a time. And then one day you will see that greater, bigger picture, and you will just go like, oh, that is one. And when that puzzle's being created, you will start a brand new puzzle. So have the most amazing day, everyone. Wishing you tons of love, tons of blessings, tons of magic, and I will check you all next time.